Hello, friends. So I have a friend who's a commercial pilot. Not only does he love his job, which, among other perks, includes being able to travel all over the world, but he's also very good at it. He navigates through all sorts of weather, maneuvering his craft, so to speak, ensuring that his passengers get to their destination safely and on time. He's been a pilot for over a decade, and in that time he's told me that he's never had any accidents, or even any close calls, which is definitely great news. Apparently, the worst thing that he's had to deal with while out on the job is the occasional bout of seasickness. Seasickness? Do you mean altitude sickness? I mean, it's not like he's out navigating the high seas, right? Well, actually, yes. Sorry. I guess I should have explained earlier. He's a pilot in the original sense of the term, so the craft that he navigates is really more of a sea craft than an aircraft. Let me explain. Now, believe it or not, back in the day, when the word pilot first appeared in English literature in the 16th century, they didn't have airplanes like they do now, but they did have ships, and so until the emergence of hot air balloons in the late 18th century, and later airplanes in the 20th century, a pilot always referred to the person at the helm of a ship who was responsible for steering it into and out of a harbor and ultimately navigating it to its destination. So the word pilot came to English through French, from the Italian piloto, which logically enough means pilot, both in the air sense and in the maritime sense. That word, through the influence of the Old Italian verb pileggiare, replaced the ed from pedotes, a word in Byzantine Greek spoken in the Middle Ages, and replaced it with il, and so pedotes meant helmsman, and that word is itself descended from the ancient Greek pedon, which meant oar blade, or really just an oar, or rudder. And so what's interesting is that the ped in pedon comes from the Proto-Indo-European root ped, which some of you might recognize as the ancestor of many English words that have to do with feet, or walking, for example, pedestrian, or pedal, and also the word for foot itself in many modern languages, including English, but also languages descended from Latin. The idea was that the pedon, the term that the ancient Greeks used for rudder, looked like the boat's foot due to its flat shape and position underneath the boat's body, so pedon sounded like a logical name for it. So there you have it, a pilot, or, etymologically speaking, the foot that guides a ship safely to its destination. And so when beginning a journey, regardless of whether the vessel it involves is airworthy or seaworthy, with a capable pilot at the helm, you're definitely starting off on the right foot. Thanks for watching.